reach 3 straight AFC championship games. Then you have the legends, the battle of the ages, and the aged Tom Brady and Drew Brees facing off. If Brady makes it, it's his 14th conference championship game. And then, of course, Aaron Rodgers off a bye, looking to go to the championship game of the conference for the 2nd consecutive year. Meanwhile, here's a hot take from yesterday from the Big Swagoo.
If Aaron Rodgers goes out here and dumps all over the Los Angeles Rams, the Packers going to the Super Bowl. If this dude go out here and have one of the games that he's been having all season long against this defense, then look, let's not even play the NFC Championship. It'll be the Green Bay Packers representing the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Hot take alert from the big fella, Dominique Foxworth. What do you think?
I mean, I guess either is hyperbole or he thinks this is a World Cup qualifying stage round where collective points matter. You don't get to carry the points over. The teams that they are going to play against, if they win this round, the Bucs or the Saints, both of those teams can could beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Man, we're coming off a segment with Orlovsky saying something ridiculous, and then my man Spears saying something absurd. What are they doing? Are they drinking before they do that show? Are they high as a satellite on NFL Live? It's outrageous.
They do seem to have a great deal of fun. But let me try and make some sense of it, Damien Woody, for you. I believe what Marcus is saying is that if Aaron Rodgers and this offense are able to, in his words, dump all over this defense with Aaron Donald, not sure if he meant that literally or not, but you got Aaron Donald, you got Jalen Ramsey. This is the best defense they will see. If they're able to light them up, then I think what he's basically saying is nobody's going to stop him. And I don't think that's so crazy. What do you think, D. Wood?
The problem with that, Grin, is you still got the other side of the ball. Like, who's scared of Jared Goff? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like if Aaron Rodgers dominate the Los Angeles Rams defense, there are teams in the NFC right now that are more complete than the Los Angeles Rams. So listen, I gotta ride with Dominique on this one. I don't know what the hell Spears was drinking off before the show, but he was definitely feeling himself with that one.
I demand that the producers never do this split screen with me and Woody again, because I don't know, whatever one of your daughters is doing your makeup, she got your face beat and it make me look shiny and greasy, and I don't like it. I don't want split screens with him until I get a real makeup artist here.
Hey, hold on, let me tell you something. I did my own makeup. You can ask
you did?
So, yes. Yeah, I do my own makeup, bro.
You got to do tutorials. You need a YouTube channel. Sorry,
not only that, but I'll just say it again. Cindy, can we just take a single shot of Damien Woody? Your house is the most spectacular place I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, the combination of the piano, you got the Sistine ceiling behind you over there. This is like the 7th different huge room that we've seen you in since the pandemic began. We are going, Nick, we are doing this show live from the Woody household.
Greeny, I've been telling y'all. Greeny, I've been telling y'all when we're going to shoot the show over here. I got room.
No, Woody's house is beautiful, but we're not doing nothing there until he get his internet fixed. Your Wi-Fi, get your Wi-Fi game up.
I'm good right now.
Well, let me try and get back to the football.
What were we talking about?
Aaron Rodgers against the Rams. Right.
Talk all offseason, would he be mad, et cetera, but everything seems to have been working, and they just look a lot different. Now, look, they did win in this round last year, right? That was the NFC Championship game that they lost to the Niners, so it's not as if they'd be clearing some major hurdle, but the team does have a different feel about it, and coming off the only team in the conference that got a bye, that matters.
Well, Nick, if I could quickly circle back to you in a serious way. Another thing Orlovsky said here the other day was this was the worst draw that Rodgers could have gotten, that he would like the matchup better against either of the other two teams who were on the other side of the draw in the NFC based upon the defense and particularly Aaron Donald. Does that make sense to you?
No, he was right. It was early. It was before they started doing their NFL Live drinking. They were still sane at that point because that made sense. I agree with that, and I think we should also credit Matt LaFleur for their offensive improvement because he's gotten better. As we see Aaron Donald, the biggest problem that LaFleur is going to have to figure out an answer for. So he's gotten better in his second year. It's not all about being comfortable as players and confident as players. It's about the coaches getting better and putting them in the right position. And D Wood, do you use a brush or a sponge? Like, I need to know. I need these tutorial tips because I look shiny and greasy like I'm sweating, and you just look fantastic.
It's a sponge. You got to use anti-shine cream, bro.
Okay, listen. No, there's no question. D Wood is sponge-worthy. All right, let's continue here. Let's go to the other game in that. That's a very dated reference. The Buccaneers offense has been on a roll as of late, averaging just over 35 points and close to 500 yards over their last 5 games. However, against the Saints, it has been a completely different story. New Orleans has held them to 26 total points in their 2 meetings and just over 250 yards a game. You take a look at the numbers there. Now, the last 5 games, take it for what it's worth. In those 5 games, they've beaten Atlanta twice, Minnesota, Detroit, and even their playoff win last week against Washington is a sub-500 team. So, D. Wood, I'm coming to you. The last time these 2 teams played, it was 38-3 Saints. Why should I expect this to be different?
Well, Greeny, this is a different team. Last time you played, Antonio Brown wasn't, really acclimated within the offense. But to me, the biggest thing is how well the Tampa Bay offensive line has been playing. They've been playing lights out. They've been keeping Tom Brady upright. Hell, he hasn't even been touched, hardly at all since the last time those 2 teams have played. So give a lot of credit to that team. They're able to run the football. And when you're able to run the football, that's when Tom Brady is at its best in play-action pass, and that's when they get huge chunks of yards in the passing game. So that's why I think this is a different Tampa Bay Bucs team this time around.
I'm trying to figure out how much to play up the competition here, Dominique. Again, you can look at it either way. They've played 5 basically under 500 teams, and that's why they've looked so good, or they figured it out after their bye. Which of those do you lean towards?
Yeah, I lean towards they played 5 under 500 teams, but I think D. Wood, being an offensive lineman, brought up something that was important that I hadn't considered necessarily is how well that I told y'all don't do this, how well that they protected Tom Brady last week against that fantastic defensive line. So that gives me some confidence because we know Tom Brady, if you give him time, you protect him, that he's going to be awesome. But the difference is the Saints, they've been getting after people. We know that the Washington team has the ability to do so, and the fact that the Bucs were able to use play action pass and able